And that doesn't like a lot of stuff that I like, so that's just the way it is. She doesn't like Pink Floyd. Who doesn't like Pink Floyd? Only the eccentric Annette. That's all. Who doesn't like Led Zeppelin? She doesn't like Led Zeppelin. That's okay. We have the ability to turn off the music. That happens to be I think it's called Medley, that album. That's the album that put Pink Floyd on the map. That's the music. Metal, it's called Metal. That's the music that I was in the process of recovering from a massive drug overdose in my teen years, and I had moved to the Santa Cruz Mountains and had found a gigantic redwood stump. Now, I mean, we're talking like 50 feet in diameter, big enough to put a pickup truck in it and an apartment. And it was that music that I was building that home, and I couldn't talk to people. I was very damaged, and so that music means a lot to me. It's the beginning of a restoration I think I'm still in the process of. So she doesn't like it. That's okay. I love her, whether she likes my Pink Floyd or not. We are in the process of getting ready to launch version 2 of the Markethive back office. It's been in the works for quite a while. There was a lot of things that needed to be fixed and repaired and changed. We had to weed out the entire 3-level affiliate program that was being built by the previous engineer, put in the entrepreneur program, fix some other things, replace some stuff. Do you want me to stop talking so you can carry on your conversation, dear? I can go get some coffee or something if you're not done. Okay, thank you. So I am working on the slideshow. I'll show you where it's going to go. Hang on a second. Let me queue up to the dev. The dev. The dev is our development side. Unlike 95% of the systems out there. Let's see, that's that one. Maybe it's this one. Logging in. There we go. CEO. Password. There we go. We're logged in. All right. No, that's the wrong one. Hang on. Nope. There we go. Okay. So I will show this to you. Hang on just a second. This is a quick version 2. Version 3 is in the works. A complete workover is version 3. It still looks a lot like the Markethive, but this is what you're going to see in about a week. And what I'm doing right now is I'm replacing this video. Right now, this video plays the Forge of Excellence. It's a great video, but it's really something that should be on the Foundry of Failure capture page, not here. You don't see anything? Does anybody not see anything? Do you, Oh, okay. Well, I don't sit here and stare at the chat room. All right, so this is being replaced. So what you're going to see here, if you are in Markethive right now, if you are paying $25 a month or $50 a month, or you're an alpha, all that's going away. If you're at the level where you're paying $100 a month, it should hook in there and become entrepreneur. Now, right here, you'll see entrepreneurs, $100 billed monthly, or it is $1,000 billed yearly. And there's a caveat to the $1,000 billed yearly too. Some of you may want to do that. It's not necessary. I have to rewrite this information here so that free makes sense and entrepreneur makes sense according to what makes sense to me. And that's a major thing that's being done. But we've also removed some of the stuff up here, like broadcasting, which was never completed. Or it was, and it was broken. So we removed a lot of things up here. Settings, support, log out. Support is just the link to our to our Telegram account where we do support. No. What do you mean? We'll re-register. You mean set up a new account? No. No. No, we're not delivering a completely new company here, Anita. This is Markethive. You're logged into Markethive. You have an account with Markethive. We're not affecting that. We're just changing the interface to reflect new stuff and to get rid of the old stuff. This is just an upgrade. I'm just giving you guys a heads up. There's no need for you to go set up a whole new account. In fact, a lot of I'm going to talk about that in a minute. There's a lot of redundant. A lot of accounts. People make extra accounts. They're all going to get wiped out. So what we're probably going to do in about a week is if you all alpha accounts that's all being stripped out of the system. All of that old stuff, the all alpha entrepreneurs, the alpha voyagers, alpha this, alpha, all that's gone. Now, if you bought an alpha account for $1,200, there's a lot of carrying on in the chat group here. Are you not hearing me? It's very disruptive. Do you all hear me okay, right? Okay. Folks, I guess you can't hear me telling you this if you can't hear me. But if you can't hear, log out and log back in. Okay? Thank you. I don't know where I was at. I've been interrupted. My mind is fragile right now. Oh, alphas. So we have your alpha expenditures in the database, and they are not going to be lost. They are going to be converted into ILP partial shares. One alpha is going to equal 1/10 of an ILP, which is about the same price coming across. An ILP is a 10,000 going up. Right now it's at $10,000. As soon as we fund the first 125, it's going up to 15,000. Right, Doug? 15? Correct. All right. So then it goes to 15,000. Your alpha founder, alpha legacy, whatever that alpha thing was called. There's lots of different names back in those days. It will be worth 1/10 of an ILP. If the ILP goes to $100,000, that alpha is still worth 1/10. So if an ILP becomes worth $100,000, then your alpha converting to 1/10 will be worth $10,000. Does everybody understand this? The chatter on it has really slowed down a lot. I mean, I think most of you do understand that I am making a better deal for you in this whole process. You're going to wind up better than if you had a bod. A 99.9% of you paid $4,800 for those bods in a company that got flushed down the toilet. It went out of business. The plug was pulled. It went insolvent. It filed bankruptcy. It's over. It's ended. There is no obligation whatsoever. In the traditional sense, your bods with Shell Holdings became null and void, failed investments worth $0. But I'm grandfathering them in, and I'm giving you $5,000 in value on your bods to be worth 1/2 of an ILP. We all understand that. Don't need any fancy paperwork, nothing. If you had a bod, I have record of it. It's going to show up in the exchange when the time comes. I have your back. Does everybody understand that? I'm not trying to rip anybody off here. I'm trying to help everybody. All right, good. I want everybody to understand that so we can move on. So in this bringing on this new system here, we're stripping all the old out. And that's alpha account. So if you have right now today, if you have an alpha account, John or a Jim, you have an alpha account, you can send somebody to your profile page and they sign up. They will become what we call right now be the alpha children. They will be called associates. When we make this change, you're going to have to go back into the system and upgrade to Entrepreneur for $100 a month. And then in a minute here, I'm going to show you the slide that shows you everything that you get. Okay, does that make sense? Does everybody get that? There's only 2 levels now, free and Entrepreneur. And Entrepreneur is not an affiliate program. It doesn't pay commissions to anybody anywhere. If somebody comes to your page and signs up into Markethive and you're not an entrepreneur, they will be assigned to an active entrepreneur in our roundtable who's logged in. It has nothing to do with upline, missing commissions, or any of that stuff. We will never, ever have an affiliate MLM aspect to Markethive ever again. We are a real platform, just like HubSpot or LinkedIn or any of those. There's that feature is no longer going to exist. However, we are going to become like a universal income, quote unquote, for entrepreneurs. And the way our system works, we are going to have what's called a infinity airdrop. And we've been writing a lot about airdrops so you understand them, which means that when somebody signs up into Markethive, we're going to give them in our first campaign 500 Markethive coin. And if you are an upgraded entrepreneur and that sign up rotates to you or came through you, what's going to happen? Anybody here want to say what's going to happen if you're an entrepreneur and someone signs up through you? What do you get? Come on. Somebody quick type it in there. What are you going to get? Magic beans. That's right. You're going to get a matching, 100% matching to the current campaign, which is going to be start out as 500 coins. So that, among a lot of other things that we're doing, we're also, a lot of you are going to hear this for the first time. Those that came in the morning heard it. We are also going to assign to the first 1,000 people who upgrade to Entrepreneur, we're going to assign an alpha level or a 10%, a 0.1%, 0.1 ILP to the first 1,000 entrepreneurs. And the way that you'll qualify for that is A, you just pay the $1,000 in full for a year, or B, you pay each month consecutively without missing a payment for a year. At the end of that year, you will be assigned 1/10 of an ILP. And you can keep that account going because every year for 10 years, we're going to assign another ILP, which will represent 1,000 additional ILPs over a period of 10 years for the giving you a reward and award for being a loyal entrepreneur upgrade. We're going to give you money back. We're going to give you all your money back. What do you think of that? Do you like that? So even the lowliest struggling entrepreneur in Markethive has an avenue to get on board with what we're doing and making a lot of money. If, Doug's going to say make the caveat here that, this is all depends upon our success. It's not guaranteed. So the purpose for this is we want 1,000 subscribers paying $100. Now we're going to be paying part of that out anyway as part of the ILP. Once the crowdfunding gets going and people have ILPs, how many ever the ILPs there are going to get their share of 20% of the money that comes in. Okay, Our whole purpose here is to make a lot of money and to share all that success with you. Now I'm going to share a couple other things that are in the system here, and then I'm going to show you what I'm working on to replace this video. Hopefully I'll get it done by this week. I'm pretty sure I will. You'll see. I mean, I'm pretty close to it being done. Now I just have to do the voiceover on it. But let me show you a couple other things. So we go to home. We go to the newsfeed. There's not a lot of changes. It's all pretty much the same. Calendar is still the same. All the stuff is the same. Broadcasting is missing. What else did we change in here? I think in settings there's some changes. The commissions is gone. The same way that we deal with groups and stuff is still there. What else?
So we added the CRM part for your associates.
Oh, okay. So we go to friends, associates, and we've got sending messages, of course, and sending messages again. So those are redundant. We've got
one does email, one does a message, but we're combining those.
They need to be combined back. Okay, and this needs to be set up so that it's dated. So when I put in a note to this person, when I come back and look at this, it gives me a listing of the notes I've already made by date. We've talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you're just going to have this big, huge mishmash down the road. All right, but you'll be able to make notes. You'll be able to see all of their social networks, and so there's just real basic stuff that we've done to clean this up. What do you mean we need some congruence on friends and associates? I don't know what you mean by that. No, click on friends and associates doesn't come. Really? I click on friends?
No, she's talking about the menu item.
Okay, well, that's going to change with the new interface. Right now, we're not going to change that. I'm not spending a whole lot of time fixing this so that but when we do the next version, we throw all the time that we worked on this, fixing it accordingly, out for the new. So we're not going there. This is the friends. Your friends, you can't click or do anything. It just shows you your friends. You can send them a message, using the message system, and you can go look at their profile page. Associates is actually a customer. What do you call it? CRM. What'd you call it, Doug?
Say that again.
What do you call this interface? CRM?
Yeah. Content Relations Manager.
Yeah. So here you can see all their social networks. You can contact them on their listed networks. You see their IP address here. For some reason, it's not showing their email address. You can reach out to them. Their phone number. You can send them text. Their Skype. Down there, this will be Telegram as well as Skype. And so this gives you a lot of content information. So this is a really awesome lead generation system. So this has changed to be associates, and we've added these additional advantages in it that you don't have in the current one. What else did we change? Do we change things in groups? I think groups is still pretty.
Yeah, no, everything was the same. Just
okay, so we just cleaned out the stuff that needed to be cleaned out, and we tightened up the things that were sloppy. But primarily, it's in the upgrade here for upgrade level. We got rid of the tutorial and other stuff that was here that was getting in the way, and affiliates and store special, all that stuff. So this is our first step towards really cleaning the system up. So here's this video. So let me show you what's replacing this video. That is replacing the video. I'll kind of go through it so you get an idea what this is all about. This will be that video. Come on, guys. We have people telegramming away in the Markethive group. Like, are you not in the meeting? Okay. Whoever is posting there, it's interrupting my workflow and my thinking. All right. So this is the slideshow that I'm going to narrate. It's not completely in order yet. I'm just going to go through it really fast. So I'm going to talk about, so what I'm going to start out with is what you already get in Markethive. And when I go through this, you're going to be blown away at what you get in Markethive. Are you ready for this? You get email that delivers 97% of the time. There is no limit to the amount of email you get. You can have 50, 500, 50,000, 500 trillion connections in your email account, and you're not going to get charged for it. How much do you pay at Aweber if you have 50,000 emails there? Let's say you've got 500 emails there. How much do you pay in Aweber? Aweber's it starts out with $30, right? But if you've got 10,000 emails in there, I think it's something like $800 or $1,200 a month. It goes up. Anybody have? It doesn't matter. All right, so I will make that point. Email broadcasting, autoresponders, 97% delivery to the inbox, free, unlimited service. It's free and unlimited. Tiny URL. You get a tiny URL. It's a really cool. I think it's hive.pl. It's a small URL. It's perfect for Twitter. It's clean and effective, and it reports the traffic. You got a traffic report on all of those. So when you go look at your tiny URL, you got a little click button you click on, and it reports, oh, I know what else is going to be brought in with the new system, the new upgrade. Our tracking device, our tracking stuff will be, a new version will be in place. What we have right now doesn't necessarily work, and we haven't bothered fixing it because we're doing the new system. Anyway, tiny URLs track your traffic. So you know if you're if you're using a tiny URL in an ad, you'll know where your ads are effective. You know where your traffic's coming from because we report that stuff. That in itself is worth more. Profile page. We talk about how our profile page, it's a communication hub. It's a link hub. It's a resume. It's a serial networks hub. It's a image hub, a video hub. It is also a point of people signing up and becoming leads if you're an entrepreneur upgrade. So to really think about your profile page, it's more than just a place for people to see, to go sign up in the Markethive through you. If you use it right, you can really convey to people who come to it who you are and what you are, because you can post to the timeline, the newsfeed in your profile page separate from the newsfeed in the system. So when you publish to your newsfeed in your profile page, it shows up in everybody's newsfeed in the company newsfeed or in the Markethive newsfeed. And people can comment on it, but it's in your profile page. But you can publish in the normal Markethive newsfeed. It doesn't show up in your profile page. Now, why do you think we built it like that? Anybody want to guess why? Deborah Williams is a new member. Yes, actually, that's what it is. It's so it doesn't get congested, so that you control the narrative on your profile page. You don't have all of the congestion of everybody. You can decide what you want your profile page to convey. That's why we did it like that. Capture pages. Now, see, I finally got that part in there. Do you know that capture pages, there are capture page systems out there like ClickFunnels, a couple others. They go for like $200 to $500 a month for a system that's actually not as good as ours. It's amazing. And you get one. You get ClickFunnels, lead pages, profile capture, lead nurturing. Yeah, lead nurturing. I could write an article on that. In fact, whoever writes articles for me, make a note of that about lead nurturing. We need to write in fact, I'm going to do it myself. Hold on a second. I am going to make up lead nurturing. Hang on. Okay, new one, lead nurturing. If you know anything about lead nurturing, I'm going to share a few things with you about why I don't like hearing about lead nurturing with most inbound marketing platforms and MLM stuff and everything like that. Our lead nurturing is about educating people how to be successful as an entrepreneur. How do you know we're going to have a tutorial system that's going to reward you. You take our tutorial system and we pay you. You take section 1, and there'll be like maybe 8 lessons, and we're going to pay you for each lesson. And when you complete that section, you're going to get an accolade on your profile page and a bigger bonus. And you're going to go to like session 2. It'll have 8 or 10 lessons in it, and we're going to pay you on all that. And we're going to teach you how to write copy. We're going to teach you how to set up autoresponders. We're going to teach you how to do, capture pages, how to create self-replicating groups, how to set up co-op marketing things. Every facet of marketing and every facet of Markethive will be covered in our tutorials, and we will pay you to take them. Because in taking them, the system will lead your hand, and you will actually put these things together. You'll actually make it work. You'll actually do it. You'll actually go set up your profile page. You'll actually create a capture page. And we can do all of this because you're in our system and you're logged in as you, and we know that you did it. So we can watch to see what you did, and we can give you an accolade and then move you on to the next level in the system and pay you for it and give you a shiny little button to put on your profile page so you can say, see, look at all my, like the Girl Scouts, the Boy Scouts, little merit badges. That's kind of cool, right? All the other systems out there that say, we do lead nurturing, you know what they do? Anybody want to gather? Any of you who've put up with my ranting over the years? What is it about these other systems that say they do lead nurturing that royally lights me up in anger, and I just get so angry? What they do? Oh, we're lead nurturing. You know what they're doing? They're spying on you. And why did I even build Viratech, which is Markethive today? Why? Because I got so sick and tired of the industry selling people's information, selling their email addresses, selling their phone numbers, their names, their phone numbers and stuff. So all of them, all these other companies, except for Markethive, their lead nurturing is they put a pixel or a sprint or whatever you want to call it in the email. And you open up that email, and they're like, aha, Annette, open up the email. Quick, send her another email or give her a phone call or make a note of it in her. Where did she go after she opened up the email? Now that it's dropped this little thing in your computer, it can kind of spy on what you're doing. So it kind of like, Annette really likes pink and purple polka dotted tennis shoes, and she's out shopping at Amazon on those right now. So why don't you send her an email telling her that you can sell her pink and purple polka dotted tennis shoes at a price at a discount? Absolute total violation of your privacy, exploiting it and making a buck off of you. This is what Facebook does. LinkedIn not so much, but does it. Google does it in spades. Twitter, all these other this is what they do. And it's their culture. They're like, what? What's wrong with that? So what? So we're listening to what you're talking about, and then when you get back to your computer, we're going to show you some things we think maybe you'll be interested in because we've been listening to what you talk about around your computer or your phone. They do this, by the way. If you got a microphone on your phone or your tablet or your computer, and your Alexa or any of these devices, and you're talking around it, they're listening to you. The only way they can't listen to you is if you take a drill and drill the microphone out of the phone, cut the wires to it, or unplug your TV. This is what they do. They access that. We don't, and we never will. It's in our culture. Our nurturing is in rewarding you for applying yourself to learn skills to become a better entrepreneur. I consider that nurturing. I think their version of nurturing is really bad. It's not nurturing. It's spying. All right, messaging. We have a messaging system. When we get done with what we're doing, we will have a secured messaging wallet. In other words, the entire messaging system will be built into our wallet. So you'll download your wallet on your phone or your tablet or your desktop, and you'll have a messaging system, kind of like Skype or Telegram, but it will be through the blockchain. It'll be completely and totally encrypted. So whether you set up a conference room through the messaging system, or you're texting back and forth, or you got a phone call back and forth, or you got a three-way phone call, it all will operate through the blockchain. It'll be absolutely military level secure and encrypted and VPN. So even if they are able to kind of listen in and find out what you're doing, they don't know who you are or where you're coming from. That's going to be our messaging, and it'll be built into our wallet. Now, what do you think about that? That's priceless. And we've got the talent. We're going to build it. It's going to take us 2 months, I think, to get that built. Once we agree to the contract with these top level designers to build it, they say it's going to be about 2 months. That's huge. Text and our wallet will interface with your interface in Markethive, so that whatever you're doing on your wallet, you can go into Markethive's messaging system and connect and be able to communicate and keep track of what's going on through the interface in Markethive as well as through the wallet. Text, voice, webinar, all built in. Message management directories, unlike all these others. I mean, if you go into Skype or go into Telegram, one of the problems I have, see, in Telegram, I have about 150, 200 publishing websites that publish news articles. Well, I can't go stick them in a folder. They're all mixed in with the other 1,700 accounts I have in Telegram, and I have to scroll up and down. I talk to Annette all the time, and David Knopf and Sue Bennett. I can't just look at it and find them. They're not in some folder someplace. I can only bookmark 5 people in here, and so I have to type their name into search, find them. They're like 850 levels down is Annette, and I don't know why she's down there. I talk to her every day. She feeds me information every 15, 20 minutes. It's part of our mechanism. It's part of our dynamics, Annette and I. Our system will allow you to create folders and give folders priorities. And so in my folder, I can say, okay, all of these publishing sites, I put them all in here, but there's like 5 or 6 I really like. I'm going to put them in this folder. And then all of the people that I work with in Markethive, they go in this folder. All of the people that are about, advertising potential, I'll be able to classify these folders, and these folders will show up in my messaging system as well as in the back office of Markethive, all these different folders. And the great thing about this is that you create a group, that group becomes a folder in your messaging system. So when you send a message to the group, that message you sent to the group and all the messages the people in that group send back to you are in that folder. So you're not just overwhelmed with massive amounts of unorganized comments and stuff coming in. And if you use Skype a lot or Telegram a lot, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The bigger you get with it, the harder it is to use. It becomes exponentially horrible to use. And I'm a big user. I'm a power user on stuff on the internet. I may be a lowly, stupid, idiot baby boomer. That's what the millennials think of us. But I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm very dynamic at what I do. I'm smarter than the average millennial, by the way. So I'm building our message system to have all of that in it so that it is absolutely, totally secure, and nobody knows where you're talking from or who you're talking to or what you're saying. In fact, I've reached out to McAfee, and he's reached back to us, and we haven't gotten into conversation yet, but his whole thing where, there's some... what do I want to say? There's some scandal or whatever you want to call it around his secure phone. But the whole thing is, if we could build a hardware wallet phone system and put all of this on there, we could actually turn that entire system into a separate type of network. And that separate type of network could even work off, not even on the internet. It could work through the blockchain where it's Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. So wherever you're traveling, it connects through all the other people that are traveling that have it. So the more people that have the phone or the nodes, the more that it has a secondary communications network. So if the internet goes down, you can still utilize. How many people here have watched the TV show called The Last Ship? Anybody here ever watched The Last Ship? They have something in there in that show that some smart programmer actually reprogrammed the phones so that they communicated with each other and created their own network. Now, it took some time for a message to get from point A to point B, but as you traveled, it would piggyback to the next phone and piggyback to the other phones until it actually reached its point. Okay, so that's the direction we're going with our messaging, is in that direction. CMS, what's CMS? Content management systems. All of our digital content, everything we do is collaborative. There is really no CMS systems out there that are collaborative like we are. None. We're the first one. We're WordPress friendly. Our whole entire marketing, digital content stuff, like in our groups and our blogging and all that, it's all collaborative. You can create groups and all work together and create a collaborative effect on a marketing campaign. You can integrate co-op marketing campaigns, blogging, working together on content, all that stuff in a collaborative community. We are the first to do that. And this is all what I'm talking about right now is all for free. This is all for free, folks. I'm giving it all away. I feel like Cal Worthington Dodge. I don't know how many people remember, go see Cal, go see Cal, go see Cal. If you need a better deal, go see Cal. If you want to stand, go see Cal. I will stand upon my head till my ears are turning red. Go see. Do you know Cal was a fighter pilot in World War II, and he was an ace. Anyway, I feel like, him giving it all away. So the backlinker gives you traffic reports, analytics, and backlink integrity monitor. Now, why is this important? We're going to start a backlink campaign here real soon. It'll be on Saturdays or Friday nights or Wednesday afternoons or 2 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday sometime. And I'm going to show you there's at least 500,000 places out there that you can sign up in and put your website address in your profile, and it becomes a live link back to your profile page, giving you SEO juice. And the backlinking system is where you do all of this stuff. And the backlinking system keeps track of all of your passwords and your username and your notes and all of that stuff. If we go that far to do this, you could get your profile page at the top of the search engines and overnight, and nobody will ever be able to shake it, because you could literally have 2,500 backlinks to it that are all legitimate. And keep track of all of that. The reason why most people don't do it is, how do you keep track of it? I think that's a change that we have in our upgrades, isn't it, Doug? I think we have the new backlinking system in there, right? Where you can create a folder. So you can have different campaigns in your backlinking. The current one, everything's all in one account. But in this one, you have different folders. So let's say you do a press release, and then you go out and find all of the content out there that press release is signed up on that's pointing back to you, and you put them all in there. So you go to the press release. Well, there's one. But that's the press release. It showed up on there. And that little green button right there, little green check mark, means the Markethive checks it every couple of hours. Yep, it's still good. Yep, it's monitoring it. So it tells you that's a red X, the link's no good. Green check, it's backlinking to the system. So you click on the link, takes you to the website where the story is. There it is. There's the link. Do you know how blinking cool this is? Are you involved in SEO at all? Anybody here? Have anybody here ever tried to put together a really powerful SEO system? Think about this. You could go out there and create tremendous amounts of press releases and know where they're all pointing. You could go out there and find the 25,000 to 500,000 websites out there. All you got to do is sign up. Ooh, you sign up, and then you've got to keep track of signing it up. So we're going to show all. And so let's say I go to Digo, and I sign up, and there's my username and my password. I can keep track of it all right here. I don't have to worry about it. So when I'm going back and I'm working them, all my passwords and everything are in here for my backlinking sites. So I can just go along, boom, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom, one at a time, do this, do this, do this, do that, do this, do this, do this, do that, do this, do this, do this, do that. And over a period of time, I could literally have 100,000 backlinks. Profile links. There's my Reddit. These are red because the link is broken. So we go here to look to see what's wrong with that link. For some reason, that link isn't showing up anymore. It used to show up, so I have to go log in and find out what's going on to get my link to work properly. There's the link that's going to HTTPS Markethive marketing. So I'm going to copy that link. Copy link location, and I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to edit, and I'm going to change my backlink URL to the right one, and backlink URL. Where is it pointing to? My profile page. Okay, so I paste that in there. I update the backlink, and now I go check it. No, that's not right. Okay, I got to go to my profile page. Oh, I just blew that. Profile page. Okay, so here's my profile page. Go back here, edit this, and put that in here. Update the backlink. And where is it pointing to? It's pointing to Markethive. So I copy that link location, come back here, and go back and edit this again. It's going to my profile page. So what's my profile page backlink? Okay, that's right. All right, so it should be showing that it's active. For some reason, it isn't. Well, we'll have to talk about that, Doug, why it's doing that. Anyway, this is a really, really amazing system for keeping track of making sure all of your backlinks are working. So now we got an issue with Discuss and Deagle. So it's easy to go in there and figure out what's going on and how to fix it. Okay, so that's our backlink management. That thing, there isn't even anything else out there like it to give it a value. Then you got the asset map. Well, what the asset map is, it's a system inside of Markethive. I don't know if it's even here anymore. Did something happen to it? Let's go look in Markethive, see if it's there. It was kind of a half undone system by the previous guy. So let's see, we'll go to campaigns here and see if it's in here. There's the asset map. What the asset map will show you is your universe of backlinks. Now, your son, this is my profile page. And then I've got my Wave 4 site pointing to it, my prendergast.net site, my markethive.net, my Facebook, my another Facebook. They're all pointing to that. So I can click to this one, and I can see, is there anything pointing to it? So the asset map actually gives you a pretty nice way of managing what you're doing. Here's the thing, though, with the asset map. Nobody used it. It didn't mean anything to anybody. Maybe it means something to people now. So I'm including it in here, and I'm going to request that the asset map gets put back in, but we go through it and look at it and tighten it up, Doug. All right, Euro rotator. This is our rotating system. We have a rotator in our system, and our rotator allows you to set up, whether it's in groups or unique ones or through your wherever you want it to go. The Euro rotator has a tracking device to it, so you know what traffic has come to it, and you can set it up so that in a group, anybody who belongs to the group is in the rotator. And you can set it up so that when they come into the group and they got the rotator, they can go in and edit where that rotator points to as well. So we have a very sophisticated Euro rotator for custom campaigns and groups and unlimited campaigns and tracking reports. There's no limit to it. You can have as many as you want. Again, this is very valuable. So the news feed, that's another one. Our news feed, you get paid to post. You're going to get tips, not likes. Delete Facebook. No app needed. Our system is going to be 100% responsive. So in order to use Markethive, you won't need apps for what Markethive does because it'll all work on your phone when we get done with what we're doing. That's an awesome factor that it's not going to require apps. What we are going to have in apps is primarily our wallet, and we're going to build everything that we want built into the app into your wallet. So it's like 100% absolutely iron plate, bulletproof, encrypted. This is what entrepreneurs need in order to succeed in business, is to have that security. All right, so that's our newsfeed. Our blog platform, you're going to get paid to publish. You're going to get paid even more when people like what you're doing and they subscribe to you. Not like, but then when they subscribe to you, so every time you publish your blog, it goes out to all their social networks. Now think about this. Think about all the noise the Democrats were making about the Russians. Oh my God, it was the Russians. Well, I have 1,600 people subscribing to my Markethive blog. That means on the average, there's 5,000 people in there. When they subscribe to my blog, it means I'm publishing out to their LinkedIn, their Twitter, their social, their Facebook. On the average, there's 5,000. So you take that 1,600 times 5,000. That means every time I publish a blog, I just make one publication, and it is put out in front of potentially 8 million people. Now imagine Markethive brings in 1 million people and we get 300,000 people subscribing to Markethive, and we teach them how to get their social networks out to 10,000. So you take that 300,000 times 10,000, that's 3 billion. We don't need the Russians. We're more powerful than the Russians, and it's all decentralized, and it's a social system. So it's not coming from one place. It's literally coming from hundreds of thousands of people. A central point of content being distributed out voluntarily by thousands of people out to their social networks and exposing that message to their potential networks of tens of thousands. You have literally the ability to reach out and get a message out to every human being on the planet. And that's through this system right here. And we give it away. You hear me, Facebook? You don't need to worry about the Russians. You need to worry about your business, because we're coming to get you. That's what I was just talking about, broadcasting to huge social reach. That's what this is. We have plugins that go into your WordPress that do the same thing to even more networks. So with our, and Doug, you want to talk about this, where we're going with this, combining the two so that we're not just publishing out to 3 or 4 social networks? I think we're publishing out the 3,600 of the 36 networks, right? Something like that. Are you here, Doug? Oh, his mic quit. I won't say anything about your Apple computer. But as we move forward with what we're doing, we will have the ability for you to sign up in 35, 40, 50 social networks and hook them all into Markethive and into your WordPress blogs through Markethive, so that when you publish out to your WordPress blog, it has the potential of publishing out to literally millions of people too. I heard something. I heard a gasp. Was that you? All right, so we continue on. I'm taking longer than I will in the video I'm going to do, but I want you to really understand what you have here. We're still on the free stuff, folks. Leads funnels, capture pages, survey pages, profile pages. All of these things eclipse any other company out there, and it's included with what we do. And they're really, really easy point and click templates that you can customize or utilize them like they are. You could just use our thumbnails, which are pretty much all set to go, or you could use our really complex where you can build basically a website within the framework of a capture page. It's unlimited what you can do with our capture page system. Our groups, how many people here have been exposed to somebody in like an MLM company who says, oh, I've just spent the last 6 months tons of thousands of dollars building a self-replicating. We've got self-replicating PDFs and self-replicating websites. And you just have to pay me $12 a month and it's all yours to be used for free for $12, not for free, for $12 or $20 or $30 a month. And they've created 2 or 3 different styles of capture pages, and they've got self-replicating PDFs, and they've got videos that you can use and all that stuff. You've heard of this stuff, right? Well, Markethive's group has automated the ability for me as the admin of the group to go in there and create a bunch of capture pages, a bunch of self-replicating PDFs, a bunch of movies, a bunch of autoresponders, the whole entire works. And all you have to do to have access to that is to join the group. You join the group. On the left-hand side of the group, you have a whole bunch of capture pages that are all customized for you. So you could go use them. You'll eventually be able to pull down a widget, upload it to a domain, and have your own capture page, or you could use the permalinks. You'll have the ability to choose business cards or brochures or whatever that admin uploaded, and it'll be customized with your name and your phone number and your email address and your website address in it. So when you print it out, you can send it to the printer, and you don't have to do any work. Boom, bada, boom, boom, bada, boom, boom, bada. Instantaneous duplication. Generic for any company out there, whether it's a real estate company or an MLM company, it doesn't matter. And it's in the self-replication and capture pages and PDFs and emails. It also has built into it the collaborative ability to blog and broadcast. So within the group, you have a group blogging category. And so everybody in the group blogs. And then you have built into your group the ability to see who's doing what. And they get graded. Those who are really active and working and doing lots of things, they get an A, and you get a report. And those people just signed up, and all they want is the spillover, the rotator. And they haven't logged into Markethive in 3 weeks, and they don't do anything. They're getting an F. And you can set the threshold up saying anybody that drops below a C, kick them out. So anybody comes into that group and a week later haven't done anything, they just get kicked out. You don't even have to worry about it. All your dead wood is purged and thrown down the river. What do you think of that? I just explained that in that. Leads management. Our leads management organizes, geosyncs, gives you access to social networks for communications, email, phone, chat. It's all built into our system so that you can easily keep track of what's going on with your leads. System tutorials. Every aspect of marketing and every aspect of Markethive is in the will be in the tutorial hub, and you will be paid to learn. You'll be paid to learn the Markethive system. You'll be paid to learn how to do inbound marketing. You'll be paid to learn how to do blogging, etc. And it's all for free. Conference rooms, avatar engine, personal webinars, whiteboards, desk share, schedule events, logins, the whole thing. Our conference system will compete with and be better than Google's Hangouts, GoToMeeting, Zoom, all of those. And then you come to the upgrade. So with all of that I just explained, what the entrepreneur does is it leverages all of that free stuff into becoming an extremely powerful system for you. You get a 100% matching airdrop on referrals. So when we launch our airdrop, and we're giving away 500 coins, and 700 of them sign up through you, you're going to get 700 times 500 coins in your wallet. And they become really high-quality leads. Like I showed you, in our associate panel, you get really high-quality leads. You get to join the company's ad co-op, receive additional revenue from and additional leads from our 10-plus traffic portals. You get the exclusive access to our banner program included. In other words, you cannot buy or pay for banners in Markethive anymore. Only as an entrepreneur can you publish banners, and you'll have a 7-day maximum of publishing banners. And your banners will show up in every single one of our traffic portals, not just in Markethive. And you get to receive 100% shadow shares. In other words, you're going to get a self-replicated ICO portal, just like the one we're building, but it'll be yours, and it'll be coded to you. So if you promote the ILP and somebody comes along to the site that you're sending them, or you send them, the white paper that's coded to you, or the whatever it is, and they decide to buy 10 or 7 or 1 or 2, you're going to get 10 or 7, 1 or 2 shadow shares equal to theirs, but they don't activate until the crowdfunding has come to completion. So just through promoting, you could easily acquire 10 or 20 ILPs yourself if you're just very aggressive at promoting it. We're going to have a loyalty award program. We talked about that a minute ago. Prepay 1 year in advance or 12 consecutive payments, receive a 1/10 active ILP share. All of that for $100. And then I go on in this to explain it through the slideshows. All the things that this represents. Paid to engage. And that's how it ends. So this is what I'm working on. Once this is completed, then we're able to launch this. And then we get to move on to the next level. That is finishing the Markethive.io. And I'll show you what that's looking like. This is our ICO site. We're selling an ILP, but I called it an ICO because most people don't know what it means. It's blank right now. It's loading. There it comes. This is the site that you will send people to promote the ILP. It's taking its time. It's in development right now. But it'll look very similar to this. So when the person comes to it, they go to register, they click on that. They're going to get our technology built into it. And when I watch the video, this video has already been done. It is an ILP. Well, that's the brand comparison. There we go. Yeah, this is brand comparison. You're going to have to change the artwork on that. I'll get it to you. And that's what is an ILP. And then I've got to do this one. This is a video. I got to do that video. That video. This is a big one. The rest of these are small videos. And then, I don't have to do video for that. How this all works here, it has to become a video. Then we're done. Those things ready to go. And that's fine because right now, we're in the process of negotiating these positions and who's going to be our head developers, et cetera, and advisors and stuff. This is real. This is really happening. So, Doug, you want to talk about Meredith and her reaction to when she found out what we were really about? Now, tell them who Meredith is and how she's related to Brian Bishop.
Yeah, you can hear me right now.
Yeah, you hear it. Yeah, you're coming through now.
Great. So she is basically on the same team with Brian. Same capability, same level of experience. She brings some stuff that Brian doesn't bring to the table as far as she has a very unique way of looking at things just because of who she is. And so when she, like I said in the meeting this morning, we were 5 minutes in the meeting. She's like, hey, let me go sign up for Markethive.com and I'll call you back in an hour. So that's exactly what she did. And she went through, spent an hour inside the system, called us back, said, this I didn't know it already existed. That's incredible. That was her first thing. She thought we were starting from scratch. There is a lot of stuff in there. And then we showed her our roadmap, and she got very, very excited about that. She got very, very excited about the universal income and providing that. She's very, very excited about the integrating of that wallet and the communication system. There's a couple things that I just can't talk over right now that are in our future that she is very, very excited about. So the good part, like I said this morning, was is people that are highly technical, that are highly knowledgeable in the blockchain world, are looking at what we already have, and then looking at our plans and are wanting to jump on board. Because my question to her after at the beginning of our second meeting, after she went through Markethive, was, hey, does any of this here interest you? Are you going to get excited about partnering with us? And she said, she quickly said, yes. I love, and to the points I just went over, I love these points, and this will get me very excited. So now we're just going back and forth about how we're going to get her on the team, and we'll hit the ground running. Back to you, Tom.
Some really crazy stuff. If you remember back to the BODs was basically a transferable lending note that was paid back by profit. It was an ILP. We just didn't know that's what it was. We called it a BOD. For no other reason than we didn't know what to call it. It was called an ILP. So we've been actually aware of and embracing the whole idea of this ILP before blockchain or Blockhive even launched it. So it's a relatively new thing that people that investors are just now starting to grasp, that there's this new kid on the block. There's only 2 or 3 companies out there doing the ILP, but it's now become trending in Reddit and Twitter and Markethive. Here's why he's reached out to us, because he knows we're doing an ILP and he's really interested in talking about being involved with what we're doing, because he's looking for companies now that are doing ILPs, because he's completely and totally disenfranchised with ICOs. Amazing, isn't it? And it's something that we know more about than Blockhive knows, and they're the ones that gave it a name, but we were doing it before they were doing it. Just like HubSpot named inbound marketing, however they modeled what they were doing after Veritech, which had been doing it for 20 years before they decided to do it. We established it. We just didn't know it was called inbound marketing. We built it, though. We didn't know it was called an ILP, but we built it. Now, guess what else? I've just noticed in the past 6 months or so, all of a sudden, all of the pundits out there are starting to talk about market networks. We are the market network. We've been a market network basically for 3 years. And we're now really bringing it on. So we are the market network everybody's talking about. We are doing the ILP. We know it inside and out because we've been doing it longer than anybody else. So we are, it's like all the other race cars are being built and they're all pulling in and they're getting up to the start line. We've already got 400 laps on the Indianapolis 500. We've been going for years. Lap after lap after lap. All we got to do is shoot off the fireworks and let everybody know, here we are. We're what you're looking for. We're that company. We are that network, that market network. We are Markethive. Another thing that's trending. What? That? You like that, Linda? Yeah, that's us. So what else is trending? The word hive. Even McAfee, he's gone out and he's building a company probably called Crypto Hive. Blockhive, which is this company that has portable mining facilities built in containers so you can ship them anywhere you want, so you can do mining anywhere you want. You don't like mining there anymore? Load it up, fly it someplace else, or put it on a truck and drop it someplace else to mine. That's them, Blockhive. There's another one called AdHive. So more and more hives are popping up. We own Markethive. We own every aspect of the trademark. We own all 36 classes of Markethive, and we own just about every domain. I got one in contention right now. I'm arguing with Columbia over it. Markethive.co. But even if we can't, even if I can't sue them in U.S. jurisdiction because they're Colombian, but anybody touches it, I can come after them for international copyright violations. So I can't get the Colombians to give me that domain to have control over it, but somebody else buys it, I can be on them and go after them with international copyright laws because they're stealing my Markethive. So you see what I'm saying here. we have a branding, and even if we had no technology, the fact that we are called Markethive, we own the full trademarks on it. We own all the domains on it. We own all the social networks on it. We got Markethive for Reddit, Markethive Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Instagram, on and on and on. They're YouTube. They're all /Markethive. I think there is nobody else like us. When you look at the ICOs and all the companies out there, we're not in the top 1%. We are number one. We just have to get discovered. And that's what I'm doing. I'm in the process of raising the money up, putting the armies together, getting all the content ready to go, getting the marketing and all the foundations of that laid in, bringing in the top engineers, getting all that stuff built, bringing in the oncoming revenues so that we have the engines running. And I'm going to launch this thing, and it's going to be like 7,000 space shuttles taking off as skyrockets. And we are going to be recognized, and we are going to be a viable enemy of the elite, because we are launched from the cloth and the fabric of the people. We are a company based upon the people. We are not the elite. I'm not related to the Rockefellers. I don't have any background people in my family who are part of the Illuminati or the banking cartel. I'm blue collar, white collar. My dad was a captain in the Navy. The last name Prendergast is more of a notorious gangster rebellion name. One of the guys, the name Prendergast is notorious in Ireland for being against the English in Ireland becoming its own country. If there's anything to our name, Boss Prendergast was an Irish mafia guy in Kansas City back in the 30s. And Moritz Prendergast is a famous expressionist artist from the late 1800s. But that's it. So we are the rank and file, ready to do battle for the rank and file. We are all about each other. We're brothers and sisters in arms to help each other to achieve sovereignty and financial superiority in building our own businesses. And Markethive's contribution in that is to build a system that will allow you to actually make money to help assist you in achieving your financial goals. So right here, this is a Reddit account I'm showing you here where they're talking about the ILP. And I can show you link after link after link about ILPs now being talked about, and network marketing or social market networks being talked about, and we're ready to go. So all I got to do is get my work done and hire more people. I'm hiring journalists. I put that word out at the morning meeting. I'm putting it out now. If you have the ability or you're a copywriter, please get a hold of me through my telemarketing at Markethive. Or no, I think I'm not at Markethive anymore. What am I? I think I'm Mehive. Mekeeper. I think I'm Mekeeper. I had to change my name because I gave up my username to the Markethive publication system. So there I am. There I am on Telegram. I need to build an army in my marketing department. I need writers right now, and I need a management person, a person who can reach out and do contact management and get me in front of hundreds of YouTube accounts where YouTubers have 10,000, 100,000, 100 million subscribers. Same with Twitter accounts. The same with Reddit. I need somebody like that. I would like to hire from within. But if I can't find them, I'm going to Freelancer and I'm going to advertise. I'm going to find some competent people that will eventually become they will have shares of the company, ILP shares in the company, and receive a nice package and a salary down the road as we grow and we have the ability to justify that expenditure. But it's time. The time has come. It's time to start doing this. And so you're part of it. Thank you for making this a reality. And Doug, Annette, if you got anything to say. I'll hand the mic over to you. Otherwise, I will say adios and put the music back on. That horrible eye scratch my eyes out music that Annette just loves.
Yeah, thank you everyone too. And stay tuned. A lot of stuff's happening.
Nothing from you, Annette? Well, this is for you. She likes this band.
As the son of a sailor, I went out on the sea.